Hello everybody, this is Sonia. I just want to give you a bit of a look at what I'm doing because I wanted to show just a couple of steps that I did with covering this box. This is the one that I got from the opportunity shop here, thrift shop, and it had a lock there, and I've molded that up with some actually moulding clay stuff, and then I put a piece of balsa wood, which is this really good little thin stuff. I put that along the edge there so I could cover that hole and put some stuff in there, filled it. Now I wanted to make compartments in here, so I just wanted to show you that I had to put all the paper in the bottom first. That I wanted to be really old music paper that I'm using out of a book. I have put gesso on, and then I put some Mod Podge. Then I'm putting in those little compartments here, and I just wanted to show you how to do that so they won't hopefully never come out. Or well, unless so you get your balsa wood, like this is like a toy thing that people used to make aeroplanes and stuff like that out of, and I've just cut that to the sizes that I need these to be, right? I covered them with the paper and I put gesso on them. And now I'm putting them in here, and instead of just sticking them down like you would stick, I stuck them in there first, and then I'm getting pieces of paper and putting. For those of you that don't know, like would like to know how for your best results in things, to keep the shelves, or the little compartments, I should say, from moving or shifting and mucking up a bit, I'm putting the paper so it'll go down onto the one side and then up to the other, so you're making like a corner thing in it to support it a bit so it won't move away. So that's what I'm doing there with that. Now I don't think I've done anything else to it that I want to actually tell you about, but I just wanted to show if we've got one or two pieces of paper there. No, I don't think so. So once I've done this, which I've done a few of them so far, because I'm using the music paper, and you're sort of not, and it's all really old and rustic looking, whatever it is called. I wanted to make this for somebody, so actually I only like to make what I like myself. Excuse me, I've got still a bit of a cough, and I'm thinking, oh dear, I like this now, but I still am going to give it to her because it's a birthday soon and I wanted her to have it. So, but anyway, so this is I'll put that over there, of course, to hold that bit. Now I need another piece around the corner there, so I hope you can actually get a look at what I'm doing, how I'm putting this in. Just putting a bit of glue on, lots of glue actually I'm using. I've got glue from one end of this place to the other, and then you just go and you tuck it in so it sort of makes a little corner going round like that. And because I've actually stuck the glue at the bottom of it and at the sides here, where it's everywhere that it's touching onto anything, and then I'm just going in and reinforcing it so it won't go away anywhere. I'm also going to do it on the bottom. I come across there like that, so it comes over here, and then of course I'll have to go through in and gesso it again, and then the Mod Podge on it, because I wanted to. So I'm just going in here and putting those little corner bits, you might say, in those parts. And there's a few corners and edges that needs to be done so that it won't be moving or coming undone. When I do something like this, I like to make sure before I go to the next part of the procedure that I'm doing that it's dry, because things go really skew if you try to do anything and attack it while it's still all wet and change anything or whatever while your pieces of work's wet. So I work on more than one project at a time. So now doing this, but I guess I can show you the process, or a bit of work that I've been doing on the egg that I'm making for the Fabergé egg look. So I'll just put that there aside for a second, and I'll show you how, as you can see now, that's looking really awesome, isn't it? So I hope those little compartments are, oh, isn't this cool? Dear, oh dear. Ah, dear, I love things like these little boxes with, and I just hope that the person I'm making it for will too. Anyway, I'll just shove this stuff out of the way. I showed you the other day what happened when I bought these eggs that I bought for the competition that I'm doing on Irene's Seriously Scrapping's site, to crafting, International Crafters Swap Group. Now, just to have a mouthful of water, I'm sorry, but I'm a sore throat, so I'm getting there. Well, this is what I had inside, this hard plastic. The one here that my daughter, well, if you haven't watched the other thing, this is what I got for a Fabergé egg. This is what I ordered. I thought they were cardboard. This is plastic inside of it. This actual piece here comes off like that. Look at that. Just slides straight off. Actually, when I showed my husband the other day, he didn't realise when I showed it to him that this was only so thin, and this was, he thought it was only a thin piece and I could take it out and still use that. Well, that would have been good, but that wasn't how it works. So he said a few things about how I should send them back, but they're in America, so he said that wasn't very nice anyway. So so this is my egg, and I'm not that disappointed in it because this is how far I've got with it so far, and I'm quite pleased with it. I put some vice binding around the edge of it like this, and it seems to have taken away any sort of problems as far as it going back together. Look at that, because I just very carefully put it round there and stuck it so it would look, I painted it gold, and my swap partner is Irene, and I told it was gold, but now I've had second thoughts. So I've decided, I put gesso on it today, so I went round it with the vice binding, as you can see, because it stretches and it turns, and it's really good stuff, this, you know. You're not going to see any of these things after I finish with this egg. None of this, all this is going to be covered again, see. So I did paint it gold, but I decided now I don't want it to be gold, so I'm changing the colour, and I don't think I'll show any more of it unless I do a video. I'll think about that. I want to get it done first. I bought this thing here, was actually this, right? This is the cotton reel I sat on top of it, but I bought this with this is on that one under there, because this is a screw under there, and this screwed on the top of here. Now I've seen this in a shop and I thought, well, what the heck is that, and I'll have it anyway. Oops, nearly broke me. Well, I didn't, because it's made out of rubber. So that was good. So I pulled it, I took it apart, which only it was a matter of screwing it undone. I still have this piece of whatever that, see, it must have had something hanging on there at some stage. Could have been anything, but this is still useful, I'm sure. So I painted this white because I didn't want it to be the colour that it was, and I'm going to fix up this egg, and I set a cotton reel on there, and I'm putting this on the top of that like so, and hopefully when it's finished it won't be recognisable. I mean, it'll look like an egg, and I hope it looks like a good one, like a good egg, because I think I'll be able to sit that pretty straight on there. I was thinking about leaving it on the longer bit, but it was too high. It was too high, I think. It was too high, yeah. I think it's going to be more, oh, I don't know. Oh dear. I'll think about that anyway, whether I'll take that off and redo it or not. This was a really good find, this thing. It was really good for $1. I don't know when I bought it a while back, because I thought, oh, this is interesting. You should see, you never know when you might need something amazing. I don't know. Anyway, so there you are. if that's what I'm doing now, I'm working on my egg and I'm working on this box. I'm actually working on a few other things, but I'll be back after to show you a few more bits and pieces that I'm doing, and I'll come back and show you this box when I'm finished it, because this is what I just wanted to show you how I was going to reinforce those little edges and those corner bits, you know, these inside pieces, so they wouldn't go and break, and I'd have a very disappointed subscriber, wouldn't I? But anyway, so that's for that. So I hope everybody's well, and if you like this, please say so, and leave me a comment. I do read your comments. I do not have a lot of time to answer a lot of them. I do answer some if I can. It just depends what's going on, but I really appreciate all you people, look at me, being my subbies and subscribing and watching my channel, and I really enjoy it's just like you're all there anyway while I'm talking to you. Okay, so I'll talk to you later. Okay, thanks.